campus is really big and large and lots of roads and stores.
Level Up Village is a social impact company that partners with schools in the USA to partner schools in developing countries. Students are paired with children in 4 different countries for their 5 courses that we've chosen.
So your top number was 7.
East Cooper Montessori chose global game strategists, global scientists, global doctors DNA, global doctors anatomy, and the water crisis.
My favorite sport is, have to say soccer.
While the children are getting to know each other on a personal level, they're also discovering content along with the student in the other country. Through their student portal where they upload their video messages, there's also collaboration documents where the children can collect data or collect information or design solutions to a global partner.
So when I first heard of the Level Up Village project, the initial piece that sparked my interest was the philanthropic element, the aspect of giving this experience to another student who otherwise would have never had access to it, to me, is what really was very meaningful and powerful.
We have rain, and it falls into the rain basin right there.
In the water crisis program, they're studying about the limited clean water issue that exists in many countries across the globe. In the content of this program, they're investigating what water filters can do, how easy they are to make, and what a difference they can make. They are also learning CAD design and 3D printing, and are 3D printing their actual water filter designs. And the students are video messaging back and forth with each other to help their respective partners find solutions to their water crisis problems.
Who are the people who have stepped in and started getting involved in cleaning up the water there? Do you guys know? So our president, our governor.
The mayor.
Did you go home and talk to your parents about how much your water footprint is?
I'd like to think that one of the things they'll take most from this lesson is just going back into their daily lives and thinking about how much water is used. It's not as accessible to everyone everywhere, and just because we have it doesn't mean we can waste it.
I'm excited to learn about 3D printing because I've seen what 3D printing can do, and there's endless things that it can print, and it's probably going to change the world.
Global Inventors Scientist studies limited electricity. The students are studying how limited electricity affects both the regions here in the United States, but also how it affects the regions in Palestine. They are also studying CAD design and learning coding and using a 3D printer to print a solar flashlight that the 2 students in their respective countries have designed together virtually through their CAD design program.
So what you're going to do is you're going to find how many times did you hit whatever you were going against.
The Math Strategist program focuses on children from their respective countries learning about different strategies for games. It's collaborative and creative, and the kids are really enjoying being inspired by the math aspect of the games and getting to know their global partners.
We've been sending them videos about how we're doing and things that are actually going on in our lives. It's taught me about how teamwork can really prevail.
It's really fun to do, and I like talking to other people because you get to see what other people are doing in that other country.
The Global Doctors DNA has been a fascinating program where the children are really learning about genetics, and their country has been Jordan, and so their partners have been exchanging video messages and working in the collaboration documents to collect data.
I know that DNA makes up everything living, and we can clone DNA now, which is really cool.
I think the program is probably one of my favorite parts about this school year. It was so fun to work with, and we made videos, and I got to see the person. They described themselves and their everyday life to me, and that was really awesome.
The scope of the course went beyond just DNA. It talked about the human body in general, so we got to make this model of blood. Another thing they did was they measured their resting pulse, and they did jumping jacks, and then measured their pulse after the activity. And I think that the hands-on experiment-based part fits in so perfectly with the Montessori curriculum, and it really gives the children a chance to understand it in depth.
Can you point to the anterior portion of the frog with your probe?
Our program was partnered with a school in Ghana. We did 7 different dissections, and we discussed the body systems and how the organ or organism that we were dissecting was related to the human body. We communicated with our global partners to find out what diseases were the biggest concerns in their community. We found out in Ghana they're most concerned about cholera and malaria, whereas our students were most concerned about the impact of cancer and Alzheimer's.
It has inspired me to really think of the world in a more global perspective, dig deeper into medical and animal studies.
It's so cool to be able to collaborate with someone from a different country, and you also just get to learn a lot about things that you would have never been exposed to.
Not only did they gain interest in the human body and interest in the medical field, but they also saw that there are different options in research and not only focusing on healthcare in our nation, but how to help people in other nations.
The impact that Level Up Village has had on our school and on our students has been remarkable. I personally, in my 25 years of education, have not seen any education that has so truly matched a STEM curriculum with a global aspect to it in such an impactful way.
The look on children's faces when they're meeting other students and they're so engrossed and so engaged in what they're doing just speaks volumes. I love seeing the kids go through it. My long-term hope would be that children all over Charleston County have access and opportunity to this type of initiative. The second hope for me would be that we give children this little spark and it creates a bigger spark for them or a bigger passion.
I hope that other schools see the impact that it has made and can also find a way to partner with Level Up Village. It has been an amazing transformation for our school community.